Alright, so guys, Azure Latch just posted a new trailer, so we're going to be watching that and reacting to that, and we're going to be going over all of the other sneaks in preparation for this upcoming update. So let's just go ahead and get straight into the video. Also, subscribe and like the video. Yeah, I'm going to mute the audio because I don't know if this is copyrighted, but we have Borrow here, and he's going to steal the ball from Isagi. I don't know if you're going to be able to, use this on your teammates, or if it's going to be an enemy, because if you see here inside the second, they both have the same jersey. They both have blue jerseys, so. And then Borrow just throws Isagi. And this shot actually looks really cool. So then he goes up the field, and then there's two defenders here, which are the basic gray Roblox avatars, which means that they're gonna be players on the other team. So we can see he gets past them. I assume there's probably gonna be quick time events here or something. And then he has his U20 goal, where he has the two defenders on him, goes up and gets the ball. And then there's the line in the background, but then there's the Aiku snake that saves it, but not actually instead the anime Aiku doesn't save it here. So we have Aiku coming with the really cool snake, and then his save, but this is just the header after the snake. So then it lands, and then we have a new Isagi awakening animation, I think. I think this is going to be his new overtime one. So it zooms into his eye, and then there's a big version of his eyeball looking over the whole field. Then there's the luck puzzle piece, which he does right before scoring his U20 goal, and then that's where the trailer ends. So we saw the snake inside the trailer, but I think this is what happens when the ball is just up inside the air. The snake will just go ahead and eat the ball or something like that. So you might be confused by this next sneak, but this is actually before Borrow scores his U20 goal, which was shown inside the trailer. So what happens is that Isagi tries to shoot the ball, but Sai knocks him off bounds, so then he passes it to Ren, but Borrow intercepts it. So this next sneak is a save from Aiku, where he saves the ball from going into the goal. So, and I assume that you can probably use this at the goal or anywhere else to get the ball. And then of course we have Aiku's snake. The ball actually looks so cool here with the glow and the red background. And then we have what I can only assume is Aiku's awakening. So I don't know if his awakening will let you steal the ball from the other team, or if maybe this is just a move. But it does not look like this is going to be a move. And then we have this Borrow sneak, which I assume is probably going to be something like Shidu Iconic Rush, where you can just run up the field, but you probably need the ball for this one, so it's more of a dribbling move. This could be his chop feint, where he feints the ball and then quickly turns 90 degrees to one direction and runs upfield. Now, re-looking at this after seeing the reference, I am 99% sure that this is the chop feint. And then we have three different eyes here, and we know one of them is for Isagi because of the trailer, but I don't know what the two other ones are because I haven't read the manga and I don't know really anything about the eyes. So this next one's actually for Kaiser, because even though I haven't read the manga, the person who sent it wrote a line that Kaiser said, which I'm pretty sure he did, where he stole the ball right before Isagi scored, even though they were on the same team as each other. So we have another Borrow move here, and it looks like it's a shooting move, because if you zoom in on the leg, you can see that the leg is up into the air, which makes me think that it's going to be a shooting move. And then next up we have achievements and daily quests, which I think is going to be a really cool addition. I hope the achievements give Roblox badges, since I like to collect them, and I think it would be pretty cool. And then we have this lion model that they said is for Borrow. I don't really know how they're going to incorporate this. Maybe this is going to be used in his awakening of some sort, but I don't really know. And now we have Isagi's direct shot, which I assume is going to be kind of like Shidu's back heel shot, where you use it inside the penalty box with the normal direct shot move. Also, these impact frames are crazy. Also, this is the new icon for the game, at least I think. Maybe they might be making a new one for Borrow and not doing Aiku instead, since this is a bit old, but the art looks actually amazing. So Isagi's normal awakening is going to get a rework. I don't really know how to feel about this one. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but we'll see how it turns out. So this is the current Isagi awakening, and something about the new leak just looks strange and off, so I don't really know. Maybe it's just the quality of the image or something, but we'll see. And then we have Isagi's U20 goal, and this actually looks so cool. I don't know if this is going to be after the Sai versus Rin interaction, if Rin wins, or maybe it's going to be something else inside his awakening, overtime, my direct shot, or something. There's also a leak of Isagi running up, but it has no VFX, no texture, no nothing. So this next leak is definitely Borrow's awakening. So what happens is that this is what Borrow thinks his life is going to become if he passes to Naruhaya, because we all know Borrow is an insane egoist, so he thinks if he's going to pass to Naruhaya, his life is going to go horribly downhill, and he's just going to get his life ruined forever. I'm pretty sure this is how Borrow's Awakening is going to start off, because this happened before the scene with the TV and the cola. So the next thing is that there is going to be limited time stuff coming to this update, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be similar to like the background skips that have limited emotes, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a special MVP animation that you can buy for Robux. This is originally from one of the Blue Lock openings, I think. I'm pretty sure the opening was called like Judgment or whatever. That was the song that was used inside of it. And there's another one here, which I think is probably going to be another MVP animation too. It looks pretty cool. I don't exactly know what it is though. And then I have what I assume is another part of Borrow's Awakening, maybe the ending part. I'm not really sure. I don't know when this happened inside the anime or manga or whatever. So this next sneak is literally inside the title of the trailer video, but it wasn't even shown inside the trailer. So I'll go ahead and show you guys it now. It is of course Isagi's Move It, where he goes ahead and throws Shigiri out of the way, telling him to move it and taking the ball. Now we can see that the player that used Move It did not have the ball before, so this is obviously of course going to be a steal move. But the person who currently has the ball doesn't have on a jersey, so we don't know if it's going to be stealing from teammates or the other team, but most likely it's going to be stealing from the other team, because stealing from your teammates would be pretty toxic. But that's kind of the nature of Blue Lock, so we don't really know. So this next sneak shows the map snowing, just like the rain, and I think that this is actually pretty cool. I like that they're going ahead and adding some more weather to the game. So this next one I thought was going to be part of the Move It, but apparently it's actually an Isagi celebration, which I assume is going to be an MVP, which is actually nice that we're finally getting an Isagi MVP animation, so that's actually pretty cool. So this next sneak is actually pretty cool and weird, so I'm just going to show you guys it and then tell you guys my opinions about it. So it looks like now whenever the ball's inside the air, you can just go ahead and kick it. So like if your teammate maybe passes it to you, something like Magic Pass, you can just go ahead and kick the ball straight into the goal. And then we also have this new map tweaked. I don't know how this is going to work, because personally I'm a fan of the current map, so maybe there's going to be a map rotation or something like that. Or maybe like a special game mode or something cool like that.